Hello and welcome back to Let's Try. I'm trying a bunch of games, taking advantage of Steam Next Fest. A lot of these games are in early development or not released yet. So just know that if things go wrong, it's probably not reflective of the final product. This one's Card Shark. I don't know how to describe this one. It looks like a series of mini games, but basically it's you are trying to get away with, I guess, playing cards very well. If you could say that, cheating at cards. This game includes profanity and depictions of suicide, death, violence, and gambling. It is not suitable for children. Okay, you've been warned. There goes my plans for monetization. Card Shark is best played with a gamepad. Thank you for letting me know. I will pull my gamepad out, and it's really nice when a game just seamlessly transitions from keyboard to controller. I appreciate that. Choose your difficulty. Gambler, looking for a challenge, are we? Join a high-stakes world where only the elite will thrive. The con artist. Death is permanent in this mode. Or the dilettante. Enjoy the story without losing a drop of perspiration. All right, let's try the gambler. My dear player, it is with the utmost diligence that I must warn you against the hazards of this game. It will teach you secrets that will turn you as easily into a beggar as into a king. It is based on the memoirs Sans Parole, a dangerous manuscript I unearthed in my beloved I'm gonna show my ignorance here. Bucaniste? Bucaniste? I don't know. I'm not good. I'm not a multilinguist. I'm sorry. Of 9 Rue Blanche. Blunche. All right, I'll take your word for it. Be careful as you play through these fateful events and unravel the destiny of the forgotten queen. For here lies the work of the devil. Very clever. It all began on a misty morning of 1743 near Pau, in the south of France. Hey lad, come here. How do I come here? I press A. Okay. Did your majesty have a good map? A good nap? Yes. I don't give a tinker's damn. Patrons are coming to work now. And pet the dog. You can pet the dog in this game. That means it's a good game. What are you doing fidgeting like a salmon about to meet the kraut? I'm bad at French, okay? If you're about to have one of your convulsions, then you'd best make sure my customers don't see it. Come on, lad. You need to earn your keep. Just do your job. You lad, come, pour me a drink. Okay. We can choose how much drink. Too little. A bit more than that, please. I'm thirsty. Kind of reminds me of Tingle's Rosie Adventure, Rosie Rupee Land on the DS. You gotta wager a little bit. Many thanks, lad. Now why don't you keep me company? Take a seat. Sure. That chair is fine. I couldn't help but notice your mistress is rather rough with you. Yeah. Can't you speak? You can't. How fascinating. Indubitably linked to these seizures of your mistress spoke of so fondly. The ancient Greeks believed people like you possessed prophetic abilities, you know. Oh. Load of nonsense, if you ask me. Either way, you strike me as an intelligent fellow. Would you like to earn some extra cash? Yeah, sure. That can only mean yes. Listen closely, though. There's money to be made. There's plenty more to lose. I'm going to play a game of cards tonight, and I'm going to win, thanks to you. But before I explain my plan, I have a question. Do you know what suits clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds are? Yes. Good. On to the plan, then. You will serve us wine as we play and peek at my opponent's cards. Then you'll signal to me the best suit in his hand, whichever he has the most of. But how will you signal, I know. After serving the wine, you will take your cloth and wipe the table in a particular pattern corresponding to that suit. That makes sense, I hope? Yes. Good. Let's discuss the wiping patterns you can use as signals. For hearts, you will wipe in a clockwise circular motion. Hold Y. Correct suit. If his best suit is spade, wipe in an anti-clockwise circular motion. If you see a majority of diamonds, wipe in a straight line up and down. And finally, if you need to signal clubs, wipe the table in a side-to-side pattern. Okay. It's going to be difficult for me to remember all that. You seem to be getting the hang of it. I've thrown a lot at you, I know, but should we try the next trick? Sure. Now let's try having you peek over my shoulder as you pour me a fresh drink. When you've seen my hand, signal to me the best suit. Ready to give it a try? Okay, that's hearts. So that's going to be clockwise. Well done, lad. It seems we have ourselves a plan. The bottle of Cahors. I take it you've had enough practice? Repeat. Oh, that's all right. Let's run through it again. Spades. So that's anti-clockwise. Well done, lad. I take it you've had enough practice? Sure. Wonderful. Meet me back here tonight and we'll see about making some real money. An interesting concept for a game. Cheating at cards. Where has he gone? The gentleman who was at this table. He didn't pay for his wine. I'll have to dock that from your wages. Later that day. I'm in luck tonight. You, on the other hand, you will probably die soon on the gallows or of the pox. That will depend on whether I embrace your principles or your mistress. Be careful, sir. My apologies. I spoke in jest. Let me refill your cup. Here I come. How much do you want to bet? How about 5 livres? Livres? Bet. Love the animations. Okay, that would be spades. So that's going to be anti-clockwise. Round 1. What? How did you do that? Just the luck of the draw, my good man. A drink and everything will be forgotten. I didn't really catch that. I think it was hearts. And hearts is what? Up and down? Hearts. Wrong suit. Uh-oh. Round lost. It's okay. You should let them win every once in a while. Or else the game is up, you know. Do you need the rules explained again? Spades. Round 1. Okay, okay. Wipe that grin off your face. That sort of setback happens to everyone, my good friend. Only yesterday I lost a fortune. You know what I did? I had a drink. Allow me. I mean, why cheat? You could just get him trashed. I think I deserve another drink before we keep playing. Would you be so kind as to refill my cup? Many thanks, lad. I'll say when. When? You've played the first rounds well, lad. But look to your opponents and see what he's starting to get suspicious. Ah, I fear it won't be long before he's had enough. Damn, we've been scuppered. Oi, what are you two whispering about over there? Nobody cheats me. Uh-oh. Well, okay, there was a high price to be paid there. We were just... Wow. Okay. That's unfortunate. Forgive me, lad. I got a little carried away. The law will soon be upon us. We need to go now. That odious fellow appears to have left his purse. How careless. Wow. Brutal in the first 10 minutes. Chapter 1. The portrait I have to paint is of an ambitious character, a mixture of virtues and vices, a perpetual contrast between good impulses and bad actions. Camp of the Cascaros? I wish I could do some of this justice. I'm afraid I can't. Arenio, my friend, do you hear that in the breeze? The rustle of the leaves and the murmur of the nearby brook. Yes, our good friend, the Comte, has come. The Comte? 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 I can't. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Just because I like a variety of games does not mean I'm very versed in a variety of cultures. We will stop here for a while. Why? The gentleman who killed your patroness is Colonel Gabriel, commanding the Béarn regiment. It won't be long until he accuses you of this murder. What? I'm afraid you make the perfect scapegoat. Your animosity, with the deceased is well known. You are poor, young, and mute. And you fled this crime scene with a notorious thief, me. But do not worry, we're safe. This is the camp of the Cascaros. They are friends, they don't talk. And like all the other Romani in France, they fall between the cracks. They're invisible, a bit like you. Make yourself at home, I need to talk to the magician. Friendly. Patient. Smiling foolishly. Look at the clouds. Look at the crowds. Are you done making faces? Satisfied. Good for you. Good for you. So you're the new pet of our dear Comte de Saint-Germain. No, don't answer that. My name is Arenio Funes. Funes? Cheat and humble artist of the shadows. I trick my fellow man for money and adventure. Would you like to learn magic? Sure. I thought you might say that. It's called 3-Card Monty. During the 100 Years' War, an English lord lost the entirety of his estates over this game, which is a very English thing to do. Then he threw himself off the white cliffs of Dover, which is a very French thing to do. So follow closely. Do you see the queen here? Yes. I'll put it here. Now follow the queen closely. Show me where the queen is. I think it's here. No. Magic, isn't it? It's a simple trick, really. All in the motion, the flow. I trust you understood all that. Why not show off what you've learned to the magician? Fine, there's a bit more to it than that. I was playing with you. I'll show you how it's done. Start by flipping the cards over. Good. Pick them all up and show them to me. Oops. Stop, stop, stop. You're performing here, understand? That means everything has to have the right pace. Too fast and people won't want to bet. Too slow and they'll know you're a cheat. Keep the rhythm and let's try again. Interesting. Even picking up the cards is not exactly straightforward. Now for the important part, the secret that makes it work. You can either play fair and put the queen down or cheat by putting down the card behind it. What'd you choose? No, don't tell me. Now for the fun part, mix them up, but be careful to keep a good rhythm. All right, now take your time and swap 2 cards. Make it look deliberate. Time for me to choose. Very good. I didn't even see you cheat. I think you're ready now. The 3-card Monty. So there are like 28 cheats in this game. That's interesting. Back again, are we? I can re-explain everything to you, or do you prefer to practice directly? Let's try it one more time. I'm interested in this. This time we'll play fair. I am too like immersed in the QuickTime mechanics to really follow the queen. But if you're playing along, maybe you can guess where the queen went and let me know if it's fair. I can re-explain everything to you. Leave. Okay, so let's see what the next part has to offer us. Maybe we can cheat our friend the thief. McGregor is probably after you already. Well, it's not the uncertain hand of chance that has me in the dump. I'm glad you appreciate my hospitality. At least it smells better than Versailles. Clear throat. Come in, boy. I was waiting for you. Yes. Come meet the magician. I will wait outside. The Comte seems to think you have abilities. Trick me. So we are going to cheat the magician. Magnificent. Time for me to show you a trick then. I'm going to teach you how to read an opponent's mind. I'll prove it to you now. In fact, I'm so confident in my abilities, I'll put 40 livres on the line. I'll take that as a yes. Pick a card, any card, from the deck and place it on top. Remember which one you chose. Let's go with the queen. Queen of clubs, I think. Good. The card you chose is on the top, and you remember it? Yes. Excellent. Now pick a number. Let's say between 2 and 5. 4. All right, now watch this. I'm going to shuffle the deck and then cut it. Abracadabra. I know where your card is in the deck. Remember the number you chose? Watch. 1, 2, 3. According to the number you picked, the next one should be your card. Queen of clubs. Yes. Good, because there's no way I'm parting with my coins over that. And relax, you owe me nothing. The comps told me of your origins. I can see that look in your eye. It's always the same. You want to know how I did it. I'm willing to explain since you showed such promise with 3-card Monty. Alright, so I've chosen my card, the Ace of Diamonds, and placed it at the top of the deck. For the time being, let's keep it simple. I'll choose the number 1. That means all you have to do is keep the ace at the top. Let's see what happens if we start shuffling. First, we start mixing the cards. We can keep an eye on the ace. But if we keep shuffling, we quickly lose track of it. Let's reset the deck and see what we can do differently. But only drop a clump of cards at once. At this stage, we know that the ace is at the top of the pile in our bottom hand, but if we keep shuffling, we'll lose it. Suppose you're wondering how I kept track of your card when I shuffled and cut the deck before. You're right to look suspicious. The trick is to put a marker next to our card so that we can find it later, even after more shuffling. You do this by dropping one card onto the pile and offsetting it slightly. This is called in-jogging. Remember it well. That's it. Now you can shuffle the rest without worrying about losing the ace. Great, now I know where the ace is. But we wanted it at the top, not somewhere in the middle, so now what? That's where cutting comes in. We can feel for the in-jogged markers with our fingers and cut the deck at that point. Next card down was our ace, remember? So when we recombine the piles, it'll be back at the top of the deck. But why trust me? Let's allow the cards to do the talking. Well, voila! As if by magic, the ace of diamonds back at the top of the deck. Let's see if you understood that. Shuffling and cutting, make sure the ace gets back to the top of at the end. Okay. It's a little bit to remember, but it is it's pretty intuitive. That looks like the ace of diamonds to me. Well done. Would you like to practice again? Sure, let's practice. Okay, so you can do it pretty quickly. You just need to, it's all in that second command. It's a very tactile game, this. Let's see if you got it right. Nice. Let's move on. No? All right. Let's take this trick up a gear then. Think about what we've learned already. By the end of the trick, we wanted the ace at the top of the deck. And sure enough, we dealt out some cards and the ace came out first. But the real trick is a bit more impressive. You'll let someone else choose the ace's position. You see, boy? Giving our target the feeling that they're in the power is the key to pulling the rug out from underneath their feet. So with that in mind, imagine I'm your mark and I've chosen the number 4. You need to offset the ace with 3 other cards. Ah, that means when you deal, the ace won't be the first but the 4th. So we have to jog 3 cards. I'll teach you how to add these offsetting cards whilst you shovel. Let's start as we did before. Shuffle some cards down once, just like earlier. Good, now before in-jogging, we need to offset the ace to the correct position. Drop 3 more cards one at a time. Oh, interesting. Now create yourself a marker by in-jogging. And that's all that's left to do is shuffle the remaining cards. Oops, I did it wrong. I messed it up. One, 2, 3, and... Oh, I did it right. Okay. Impressive work. Now, before you go running off trying to impress everyone with your newfound wizardry, heed some advice. There's nothing more embarrassing than messing up a magic trick, so keep practicing. I get to choose where I want my card to end up. And neither me nor anyone you show this to will pick the number 4 just because you learned it. So pay attention to which number is picked and only offset the card that far. The number 5 feels special today. I'll choose that. Okay. 2, 3, 4. In jog. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Time to check. There it is. The ace of diamonds, exactly where I asked for it. Well done. Would you like to practice again? Yeah. This is pretty cool. Let's have the number 3 this time. 1. Oh. And then, okay, I think I did it right. It's a little bit mind flooding, but that's where practice comes in handy. I think one more time I'd like to try it. Number 2. Okay. In jog and then shuffle. I notice there's a lock on the ace. I wonder if later we can, like, undo a trick. Okay, we're going to move on. You're a quick study. The Comte has done well. This is really cool. I wonder if we'll be able to, like, you know, make money and then, like, work our way up to a mansion or something. You tricked the magician? Indeed. I hope you didn't sign away your soul when I've been working so hard to earn it. Really? Well, you're gonna follow me across France after all. So you're part of the family now. We share everything here, including our gains. Everything we give to the camp will be given a good use. It's like a poor people's bank. We support the elderly and the ones who can't work anymore, like Ireneo. I also hope that one day we could use that money to change things for real in this country. I will give 20 livres. Your half of the money is yours to spend how you want. We would appreciate if you could spare some for our cause. Okay, let's split it down the middle. We all give what we can, thank you. We're all done here. We should keep moving. Find a record of your adventures in the journal. So we can try the Parliament's Cafe. Minimum bet 10 livres. We're heading to Toulouse. A city on the verge of hysterical frenzy is the best place to make a profit. Agreed. The whole city will be busy, noisy, and distracted. We cannot let this opportunity pass. Before I get to explaining our next strategy, do you need a refresher on card values? No. Good. The magician showed you a technique that allows you to maintain and offset a stack, didn't he? Yes. Whilst you now have a strong foundation to work with, the technique has some flaws. Fiddling around with the deck at the table is just too risky. So how else can we stack the deck? You'll use something I call the full harvest. You'll collect cards at the end of a round so that they sit favorably in the deck during the next one. Picture in your mind how the cards will fall if you're the dealer. Because I'm sitting to your right, I'll be dealt last. That's where we want high value cards. Pick up the card clumps in an order that ensures that I'll end up with a high card when you deal. Okay. It's too soon to be grabbing that clump, lad. I won't be dealt the strong card. Okay. I misunderstood. Now this time, make sure to pick up the clump with the high value card last. Okay. I think I get it. Nope. This one's a little bit trickier. Why did it... I don't understand that one, actually. Because I'm trying to select the card, the lower value card, so that the last one ends up to the Comte. Also, if I press left or right, like I can only press right, it seems, before it accepts my answer. Perfect. I'm guaranteed a lovely strong card when you deal. I don't understand that one at all, I gotta be honest. It'll be a bit more complex in practice. There will be many more cards on the table, and I'm a greedy boy. Make sure I get 3 high-value cards this time. Okay, so we want the King, Ace, 3? I really don't understand this one. I gotta be honest. This one does not make any sense to me. I straight up do not understand. Do I have to, like, tweak it? It's like it accepts an answer and that's it. It's like, okay, you're picking up the cards in a direction. And I guess the number of cards ends up dumping cards into someone's hand. So you want to pick up like the low ones because then that'll fill up the other hands first. Oh, except it does it in order. So now we have to ensure that one of the high cards ends up in the comp's hand. So now that we've already dealt one to ourselves, we want to do in order of right to left. But I tried that once and it didn't really seem to work. I don't know. This one's got me a little bit flustered. I seem to do that right, but... Well done, lad. Would you like to move on to the next part? No, I want to repeat that. Okay, so if we do left to right... Okay, that ends up with the queen. And then if we do left to right on this one, that'll be a jack. And then this one, right to left. Oh, that didn't work. See, the direction has me very confused. Because I'm also picking them up upside down, right? This one requires a lot more practice. So if I want to go in the direction of the cards. In the direction of the cards means the order in which we will be handing out cards. Okay, well, I think I've got it, but it's a tricky one. Imagine you've just collected the cards from the table. Think about how we arrange them and how they'll be dealt out. Every fourth card will be dealt to me. Thanks to you, they'll have high values. But of course, we can't start dealing just yet. We have to shuffle. Or pretend to, at least. Allow me to introduce you to the art of ineffective shuffling. Drop some cards, don't leave your stack behind. Our favorable stack is now at the bottom, still in order. The rest of the cards will pile up on top. We eventually want to bring the ordered cards back to the top, undisturbed. To help with that, we need to mark where they are in the deck. One card poking out the deck should do the trick. This is called in-jogging. We've done this. Yes. Magician taught you well, I see. So now we in-jog. And now we shuffle. Good, now you'd offer for me to cut since we're such fair and honorable players. Watch how I use my fingers to find your in-jogged card. Then you can combine the cards by putting the bottom pile on top. And that's it. Our ordered cards are ready to be dealt out. Impressive work. Gather discarded cards in an order that ensures a favorable deal, then pretend to shuffle before leaning onto me to cut the deck. Let me scatter some cards down on the table and you can rehearse. Oh, I did it wrong already. Oopsie. You gotta go in the order of the favorable card. This wouldn't be, honestly, that bad. Shuffle, in-jog, and then... Yeah. So that one wasn't perfect, but at least I understand now. You seem to have gone wrong somewhere. I think we should go over it again. Sure, we'll try one more time. So we'll do some crapola cards. Then we'll do a good card. Why did it do that? Oh, I see, because it placed it in order. I've done it wrong again. It's a little bit tricky. Just a little bit. But at least I'm getting slightly better at it. The animations are pretty good. It's got this kind of like puppeteered look, but it's still very, you know, stylish. It's got some characterisms in it. Okay, we will rehearse one more time because I am very bad at this. Okay, in the order. Then we do some bad cards. Then we want a good card. Then 3 cards left, so we're going to throw in a jack. And I gave him a pair of aces. And then shuffle once, in jog, shuffle, shuffle. Perfect. The Disheveled Gatherer. We can wrap up and rest before our arrival if you'd like. Rest. Great. I will fetch my quill and you can show me your vowels. I see the capital. We've arrived. Remember, the stakes are getting higher, lad. We cannot be discovered. So I'm going to see what this has to offer, and then I may call it there. It's getting to be a long let's try, but this is really cool, and this game obviously has a lot to offer. It's a really cool one. But you are cheating. Boasting. Please don't make that face. Sir, I can explain. I am truly happy to make your acquaintance. You are? The nobility is full of scammers and cheats, but they are mostly inept amateurs. Real con artists are a rarity, for good reason. Voltaire, come here. Meet these gentlehomes. Gentlehomes? I'm sorry. I'm bad at French. What is it, my young friend? Don't you see I'm too busy for your games? These men are cheats, professional ones. Cheats, you say? Truly corrupted souls. How interesting. Monsieur Voltaire, I respectfully disagree. We simply teach men a justified fear of cards and gambling, and we get paid for this humble service. It does sound like an elastic conception of virtue and morale. Shall we play to test your logic? Oh yes, please, cheat again. How much would you like to bet? 20. All right, let's do it for real this time. Perfect. That was exactly right. And now we shuffle, in jog, shuffle, shuffle. The longer you take the shuffle, the more suspicious they get. Round 1. I didn't see anything. You really are good. Could I ask you a question? Please do. Do you play to earn money, or do you play for the mere pleasure of tricking your opponents? Neither. Each game I play is just a brick in the edifice I am building. Each trick is an element of a larger plot. I play patiently, slowly, until I can trick the sum. Like you, Monsieur de Voltaire, one letter at a time, one idea at a time, until the whole world changes. All right, times 2. We're going to get very ambitious here. Okay. Let's ensure that our friend gets an ace, at least. 2 cards. There we go. 2 aces. I could have maybe gotten them 3 aces. You really got to be quick about that. They get suspicious fast. Round 1. Why, this is art. Another round. The expense feels no different to a trip to the theater. And your luck, good sir, for we have an encore planned. Do we? They're getting irate. If I could get them, get my friend 3 aces, that would be nice. But this'll do. 2 aces and a jack. I was as fast as I could be there. They still gain suspicion, even if you're as fast as possible. They're almost done with our crap. We did get all their money, though. This little experiment is getting too expensive for me, I'm afraid. I shall go back to my writings. Thank you, gentlemen. It was enlightening. I look forward to seeing the sun blush. Find a record of your adventures in your journal. So that's what it looks like to cheat. I'm sure we will learn other cheats in the full game. I'm sure there's other cheats available in this demo, but maybe you should check it out as well, because I think it'd be worth it. This is very much a game that's going to be more fun to play than it is going to be to watch, because it's very tactile. Cheating and like watching someone cheat is very, very different. This is a really cool game. I think that I will definitely be picking this up when it comes out. Devolver Digital, they seem to knock it out of the park with just about everything they publish. I don't know if I've seen too many turkeys delivered from them or published by them. So this is really good. Card Shark, definitely check it out. If you enjoyed this, definitely hit that like button or consider subscribing if you're new to my content. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.